Okay, so this is kind of a last minute video, um, but the main reason we buy cars is one of two reasons: either for need, which whether that be transiting to work, home, daily life things, right? Number two is for pleasure. Pleasure in terms of what makes you happy, right? So a lot of people buy their supercar or they buy this for pleasure, but a lot of them for clout. So technically it's not their pleasure, it's whatever they want to see people do good with, or whatever they want people to really draw attention with, is what I'm saying. So today we're going to buy a car that does not draw attention, but it has it has been the car that made one of the biggest impacts in my life. Not a type of car that did, the car. So with that being said, we'll get there. Keep that in mind. We're actually outside of the vet. Frida, she's gonna get her stool tested and random little stuff, and I will catch back up with you guys. We're gonna go. We actually already have the trailer hooked up. I don't know if you guys can see. Okay, guys, so I'm sitting outside of Walmart. We just did the deal. It took a little longer than expected. It's late outside, but we did the deed. We have the car on the trailer. You can't really see. It's back there. I'm gonna kind of leave you guys guessing for a second here. She looks pretty similar than she did before. It's a little rough around the edges, but it's a 1990. 33 years have gone by, pretty much. And the car for 33 years still looks immaculate. We got some work to do, but luckily it is a JDM car. So with that being said, I'm going to go to bed and I'll introduce you guys to her tomorrow morning. This has actually got me so excited last night that I wasn't able to sleep. And I'm more excited for this thing than I have been for any other car. And you're going to see it and you're going to be like, really? But yes, really. So see you guys tomorrow morning. This is her.
There's a big stamp on the side though, right?
Yeah. Oh, you found the post?
I found the post. As soon as you sent me the photo, I looked through the post.
Okay guys, as you guys know, it's a Miata. Not just any Miata. And I'm gonna go into a bit of a sentimental story mode, and I hope you guys like it. But this is actually the first car I had that pretty much got me into drifting. It's not the very first car I had, but it's the first car to me that made a big impact in the way I saw cars, because you guys know Miatas handle like a dream. So this car I had when I was 17 years old, fresh out of high school, started to move out. I moved out of my parents' house when I was 17, I think, or I hit 18, something like that. Right when I was about to hit 18, before I moved out. And this was the car that I pretty much started off with struggling and doing stuff like that. It was a small car. I was living in a small place. There were days I had to sleep inside the car, and if you guys know, Miatas are not very spacious, but the car was actually better than where I was sleeping at the time. Inside the house was pretty much outdoors, if that makes any sense. So long story short, this car kind of was like the first car as a real adult. Like the stories this car tells, I cannot sum up in one video. So this is officially the #1 car in the fleet for me. I love this car. It brings me way back to my roots, to things that I used to do that I kind of regret now. And it's funny how this car actually aged very well. If you guys hear this obnoxious car, that's Adrian. He finally got his 86 running, so he's coming with that now down the street. Adrian in all his glory is coming down the street in this car. Adrian, why are you going backwards? So this is the car, and now that we have this car here, you can actually tell how filthy these floors are now. We're going to be redoing this soon, hopefully. But back to this. It's white, so it hides it very well, but it is actually pretty rough, but for a 1990, it's not bad at all. So you guys can tell a lot of this bumper has been sprayed in, I don't know, some spray matte paint, chips everywhere. Fun fact, I actually installed these years and years ago. These wheels were not on the car when I had the car. Somebody did a little bit of swapperoo. Obviously, I will be leaving this hella cute sticker. It is the best thing ever. Just kidding. Not really my color. So you guys can see we have some rust here. Nice little ding here on the side. I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get this out. What else? It's got a brand new roof, so that's good. I mean, for a Miata, it's actually in a pretty decent shape. And then we'll go on to the inside. This red leather seat situation, it's always been like this. It is a lot rougher than it used to be. Needs some work, to say the least. But especially these door cards. These door cards aren't exactly it. And how could I forget? Purple gauges. Definitely female driven. This car, I'm not sure if it's a specific spec it has, but if I'm not mistaken, it has speakers in the seats. I don't know that they still work, but I have not seen a single Miata ever with this interior package. Personally, there may be some out there. This was the only one I've ever seen with this package, essentially. I just realized the visors are missing. We're gonna need some of those. We're pretty much gonna try to get back to the original plans with this car. Things that we wanted to do to it, but we obviously didn't have funds for it. But the biggest obstacle was finding it. This car, I was looking for it for years. I couldn't find it. You know, it's just one of those, I didn't remember the VIN number. I couldn't remember to save my life. I'm sure there's someone I could call to dig that up. I was trying to just get lucky, I guess. I don't know, without much hope. So what I was doing is I was in the hunt for a car that I can't disclose yet because you guys don't know about it yet. And as I was hunting that other car, this popped up in my feed, and it just like, it was like a click. Like I saw it and I was like, no. I didn't believe it, of course. I was just like, because there's plenty of white Miatas out there. And so I didn't believe it, but then I went back, clicked on the post, I saw the interior, I saw the valve cover, but I saw the interior, I saw everything, and essentially that was my car. This was an impulse buy. I did not get it dirt cheap. I could have not gotten it dirt cheap. The car is in pretty good shape for a Miata. And this was one of those purchases where you kind of have to just give in because it's sentimental to you. It's probably more sentimental to me than the person that had it before me. All in all, this car brings me a lot of joy, a lot of excitement, and the house feels a lot more complete now because when I had to get rid of this car, it was essentially in need of a bigger car, in need of money, and I am happy to have it back home. It's like having a child that's been gone for years and years and years and it come back, and you know, maybe the child has a really ugly mustache or a lot of acne or just random stuff you don't like, but it's your child, you gotta love it, right? This air filter, everything is completely stock and of course completely filthy. Fun fact, I actually painted this valve cover like 10 to 11 years ago, and I'm surprised it still looks white. I mean, kind of white, but I'm surprised nobody took it off and redid it or something weird. I think I have a picture of the engine bay. I'll try and throw down a picture of the engine bay. But this is essentially it. It hasn't aged much. At least there's no weird looking things around here that is very suspicious. I'm gonna have to tear into this and clean it up, but that'll be for another video. This is a special video. I know it's not gonna get tons of thousands of likes as much as the 86, which is outside, but that's okay. This is kind of one of those videos I just have to put out there for me, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, my apologies with the 86 stuff. Holidays, they pound on me. Keeps you busy. Getting sick doesn't help the whole situation move smoother. You realize that you can't do everything, and so we have some help soon enough around the house, and that will allow us to be able to get more into detail, hopefully, in the shop. So that's the plan. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay excited for this thing because Well, at least I am, but hopefully you guys enjoy it as well as much as I do, just because it's not just a Miata, it's my Miata. It's the car that I struggled with, and I'm happy to have it back home. Peace out, you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Quick update, Adrian made it, the 86 didn't make it. This has to go.
I thought you said you were gonna keep it. It's hella cute.
Like you.